This is Ian Cameron for Sportsbook Review with your NHL play of the day for Friday, February the 17th. Let's get to it. Pittsburgh takes on Columbus in this matchup. We've got Columbus a minus 130, home favorite in this game. And let's give the Pittsburgh Penguins some credit for digging down deep last night at home against the Winnipeg Jets, what was a huge game for this team last night. And really, they faced a ton of issues in that hockey game. I mean, just a glut of injuries, really. They lost two defensemen to injury in that game, including Justin Schultz, who is currently questionable for this game with an upper body injury, and they were down to 4 defensemen for a good portion of that hockey game last night against Winnipeg. They fell behind 3-2. Marc-Andre Fleury had to be heroic, and the Pittsburgh in net, and he was 47 shots he faced, but Pittsburgh able to persevere, tie the game late, and then win it in overtime 4-3. An epic night emotionally for this team. Sidney Crosby with his 1,000th point in the NHL, including scoring the game winner in overtime. It was like one of those fairy tale magical nights for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Emotional, seeing their leader, their captain, Sidney Crosby, get his 1,000th point. This, though, is just a flat-out, let's call it for what it is. It's a brutal spot for Pittsburgh. I mean, you're coming off this huge, enthralling, come-from-behind win against Winnipeg, digging down deep with 2 defensemen going down to injury, with Sidney Crosby getting his 1,000th point, including that game winner in overtime, 4-3. How is there not a letdown now, playing the very next night now in Columbus? Well, you're playing a good team, a team you're battling with in the division. Maybe for that reason there's no letdown, but I just worry about the emotional and mental tank for Pittsburgh tonight in this game. Not convinced we're going to see Pittsburgh's A game. I mean, that was just such an incredible night for them. Crosby with his 1,000th point, the come-from-behind win against Winnipeg for the Penguins. Now you got to play second night of back-to-backs on the road against a rested Columbus team that hasn't played since Wednesday when they beat Toronto 5-2. Now the one concern with this game for me, for backing Columbus, even though I am going to back Columbus in this game, Pittsburgh is going with Matt Murray in net. They decided, let's save Murray for the Columbus game. Let's put Marc-Andre Fleury in last night, although Fleury was very, very good. But Matt Murray has been just tremendous for the Pittsburgh Penguins as of late. He's been terrific in net. I think he has a over 940 save percentage in his last several starts. He has been absolutely spectacular in between the pipes for the Pittsburgh Penguins. That's definitely a concern. Can the Columbus Blue Jackets get to him in this hockey game? That remains to be seen. But definitely his results lately, Matt Murray, have been good. But I do like the situation for Columbus. The last time they played Pittsburgh, they lost in overtime in that game. Yeah, Murray, I mean, he's allowed 2 goals or less in each of his last 3 starts. He's been very good. There's no denying that. But I like the spot for Columbus. They're at home. They're well rested. They faced Pittsburgh 2 weeks ago, lost in overtime. I think they're going to want to avenge that loss. Pittsburgh might be tired. We don't know if Justin Schultz is going to play on the blue line. They could be having to put in another defenseman in the lineup tonight, Pittsburgh. And again, he had just a magical night last night. Has to be. Human emotion tells you, normal human emotion tells you there's going to be a little bit of a letdown, a little bit of a, maybe flat performance, particularly at the start of this game for Pittsburgh, coming off of last night's theatrics. So for that reason, and it's a reasonable price with Columbus. They still have one of the best home records in the NHL, 20-9 for the Columbus Blue Jackets on home ice this season. Can lay minus 130 with them in this game, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's take Columbus minus 130. That's rotation number 2. The Columbus Blue Jackets laying $130 at home against the Pittsburgh Penguins, who could be a little emotionally and physically spent following last night's game. Columbus, your play of the day in the NHL for Friday, February the 17th. All right, that'll wrap it up. I'm Ian Cameron for Sportsbook Review. Until next time, enjoy the games.
Do your research before you bet. Check out our ratings guide to see which books have the best ratings and sign-up bonuses. Open up several accounts and shop for lines at sbrodds.com. Always be ahead of the game.